Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Atlanta Falcons. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Yo, this nigga said his food should have been there. Yo. Nah, I ain't gonna hold you, yo. One time I ordered food, boy, it was like 6:26. They didn't get here till like 8:30. Boy, I was so mad. I was like, and then the niggas forgot my breasts? Oh my God.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Freeman again, a first down carry. A gain of 3, second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Off play action. McCord. He's going to find Gallup here complete. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Fuck is he?
After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
Spot. No.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McCord.
What the fuck?
The man is Smith.
That's crazy.
Down around the
Interesting.
15-yard line. A gain of 37.
That's
They're
crazy.
looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Check 49. Hey, Charlie. Spot.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
This pick.
He's got Smith here. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 10 more there and another first down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable.
Let's go, D!
It'll be intercepted.
Let's go, D!
Get it well, and it's
To the crib! To the bar! Stop playing with me, nigga!
Out of him. The 40.
Fuck niggas talking about, bitch!
10.
Let's go, baby!
Takes this one
Let's go,
back
D!
into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So from one end zone...
That's
all
easy
the way
money,
to the
boy.
other. Talk about
That's
a
easy
turnaround.
money.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Boy, sleeping on me.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Ready, break.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
6 guys. Check recon. 132 fighter. Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down. McCord.
Stupid, bait him again. Stupid. To the clip, baby. He better stop playing with my defense. He don't know I'm nice, bro. We gonna have to show him. Sorry. We gonna have to show him, baby. We gonna have to show him. He pissed me off. He's sick. 2 pick 6s early. Yeah, what's up, Hendo? Let's go. Niggas is sleeping on that DAVI defense.
The pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we
Yo.
do in these drills? Pass.
Yo.
Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Ski.
Oh,
That's the interception.
shit.
Now
Yeah.
you gotta find someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
hated the shit out of him, though. That shit was funny as fuck. I can't believe he should have ran the ball. He should stick to running the ball, not passing.
And taken successfully.
Oh, man, this might get ugly.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm.
Okay.
Right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
See, that D stands for defense. That helmet, boy.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Now Ryan.
Come on, come on.
And
Ooh.
that's caught by Smith.
Good play.
A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big
right. Oh, he's lucky as fuck.
Agility's so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman.
Woo! Oh, he's so lucky. That's crazy.
That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position.
That's a pick. Oh, he lucky I couldn't switch quick enough.
And avoids the turnover. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Let's go now. He's checking.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Taylor. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd.
Switch it. Mike Watch
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have.
2 hours.
So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Ross on the return. After one, a 14-3 ball game. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They run. Devontae Freeman. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. John Ross, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 58. Sweat.
On first down, Ryan gets it off to Freeman. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense,
All right, bro.
be aware a ball may come your way.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
We want it. Come to my work.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
20.
Wide, get wide.
6'6", bullet high. Got it.
Get him, you got him.
Let him go.
Now it's Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Ryan now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it first and 10. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
I got wide.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Check.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they will finally get him as he's all the way.
Yeah, you like that sexy pick, boy. Tell him to stop playing with me.
The look of frustration on his face.
Bum ass nigga. That boy Davi know how to look.
And another one here.
And you can understand
Big picks, boy.
feel his pain a little bit, but the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts.
Yo.
More frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself.
Yo.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On first down, it's Taylor.
He got him. What a
Oh, he's
catch,
able to
boy.
outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On first down, Grant. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Corey Grant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
All right, D, let's go. All right, D.
From the 29, Ryan. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now Ryan. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Complete. Smith has it. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons cover that lead.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert.
They bullshitted him. They didn't give him the touchdown. They gave it to him now, but it was mad funny. He should have had the touchdown.
Devontae Freeman. Touchdown number 15 of the year. As his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done.
Oh, good shit, good shit. I tried to get there.
So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Oh my God!
He'll take this up
What
past
the
the
fuck?
20
That was
down
crazy.
at the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Mike, check.
Here's Taylor to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 54. Mike 54.
Yeah.
They go play action with Taylor.
Oh, I overthrew him.
And that's going to
Man,
be
I thought he was
incomplete.
going to pop quicker.
12 seconds left. Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Switch.
Mike 5-4.
Taylor now throwing again. That one caught by Gibson.
Good Diallo to go.
So we
I
come
wasn't
upon
gonna- I wasn't
halftime
gonna
with the
think
visiting
it, but I would.
Broncos taking the lead to the locker room as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Lindsey, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Let's go, D.
Mike 5-9.
Check. Let's go. 59. Mike's 50.
Play action, now Taylor. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the 2nd half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
54, Seth! Get out!
Now it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
You got tight. You got tight.
Hey, Wahoo!
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Ready?
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
45, Mike, 45. Been a long day for you. Switch. 45 the Mike. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Check 3.
From the gun, it's Taylor. This is brought in by Gibson. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
No. Check 24.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Grant. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Go. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
From the red zone now, here's Taylor on first down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Matt Breida, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. 39. Check, check. Topper, topper.
Throwing on second and 8, Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Watch that in. 4 down, 4 down. 39. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Check 24. Watch 24. Wait. 51. Smith.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Check.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
At the 23-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go back to Grant. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Play action, it's Taylor. And he fires one, but incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's Matt Weil now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
The Falcons take over.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Shift, shift. Check 3, check 3.
Hey, bye-bye.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now Ito Smith. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 35 on second down, Ryan.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Falcons on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7.
You just watch 88 over there. Just watch 88. Jim. Back. Ready to go.
Ryan. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now they'll throw with Taylor. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Check 50, 51. Check, check.
On second and inches, Ryan. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, his second touchdown on the season, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion.
That play is so trash. Like, it's so glitchy, bro. I hate it. If you don't press off, they can just beat you on that weird ass route. That shit is mad corny.
Here we go now.
Mad
as we get
corny.
set for a big 2-point conversion.
Hey, my 7.
50, Mike's 50. I don't think you got it, son.
Now Ryan.
What the fuck? Where's my dude? Wow, my nigga doesn't stay with him? That's rough. Sheesh.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think
It's a foot race. The 30, 10, and all the way home for a Bronco score. Corey Grant with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. They do tack on the extra point as well, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
At the 29-yard line.
22.
Hey, check, check. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Here's Ryan. And his pass incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Single, single.
He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He'll have a first down past the 40.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Check. Go. Get up.
Here's Ryan. Open man is Ross, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
11. Wait. Get up.
Throwing now is Ryan. He's going to find Gallup here complete. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
Hey, check. Hey, 59, ready.
Ryan to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Mike's 56.
Watch the slant.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for John Ross. Incomplete. Chris Harris on the cover.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Space.
56 to Mike.
Hey, son.
Check 56.
And the blitz does come. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be fielded at the 6. Oh, nice move. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
First and 10 at their
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Deidrin Sinnott.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Check my 45. Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Let's go one more. Switch more. 45, 45.
First throw in overtime now for Taylor. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Get ready. Get ready.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. This is Grant. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a first throw here in overtime. He'll take a shot, and this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that?
Yeah, I set him up real good. He thought it was a run. I had to bait him.
And then we get the dramatic.
I had to bait him right there. Set him up nice. Right down the seam, baby. He thought it was a run, pulled the safety in. Over the top, boy. GG's, though. That was a great game. He played I went to overtime with him. Beat him what? I don't remember the final score was. I think it was 45. Hold on, I gotta see when it pops up.
And 4 down. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah, it was 41-35. Yeah, that was a great-ass game. He played his ass off. He played his ass off. I ain't gonna lie, he played his ass off. He was balling, baby. He was trying to get me out of there. Damn, I want him to get a speed route. Hold on. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, xxDAVIxx518's, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new free. He should have got it that game. Yeah, he got it, baby. Let's go. My rookie got it. Let's go. I'm hyped. He's a superstar now. Big superstar, baby. I'ma shine out, working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Under late, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Hey, why I never saw you in the field though? Hey, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. Hype now, man. He got his superstar. I needed that. I gotta save that game. That game was crazy.